subscribe. Tariq Radio. Watch and subscribe.
Hey, we in the building. What's going on, man? We're in the building. Round of applause to you. Round of applause to you. I'm in the building. I am Tariq, and we are on the late night tap in with Tariq. Glad to have everybody tuning in. Ready to chop up game as we always do. Before we get started, let me give some shout outs and some love to some of the regulars. And before I do that, everybody give me a nice retweet. Everybody give me a nice retweet to let folks know that I am live right now. So before we get cracking, let me shout out Chan. Let me shout out Xavier. Let me shout out um, um, Nina, Miss Lil Ma, Jordan, Dirty, Jamar, Renee, Delmont, King Daniel, Seneca, D Money, C Killer, Rain Love, FBA Said, Reba, Devontae, Star, Abu, Sweets, Rhonda, Shane, Sexy D, Maroc, Sir Mike, Great Black Shark, Sophia, and the legendary, the Tethernator. Shout out to everybody, and so many more. Everybody's coming on in the room. And again, give me a nice retweet to let everybody know that we're live right now, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of stuff to cover on this broadcast. First thing, do y'all know they had the NFL draft picks today? And I'm not a real big sports fan, but I do like to look at the racial politics and the socio-political politics in certain situations. And a lot of people are talking about Shedeur Sanders, the son of Deion Sanders. They were saying that he should have been a first round draft pick, but they did not pick him at all today. Now he might tomorrow. When is the next one? I think they're saying he might be a second round draft pick, but they didn't pick him for the first round draft pick. And many people are saying it was political. Some people are saying it was some NFL politics going on there, and I believe that's the case. Looking at some of the comments by some of the anonymous alt-lice people, kind of giggling and cacan and kikiing about him not getting picked as a first round draft. And there's no reason why he shouldn't have been picked. And I'm looking at some of the words that's being thrown around, like, oh, he's entitled, daddy's boy, he's cocky, oh, he's arrogant. These are little white supremacist code words for uppity Negro. Let's be real. We got to understand racial code words and corporate politics when it comes to black folks who have themselves together. Now, they can come up with all of these other reasons why he didn't get drafted. Well, there were other quarterbacks better. There were other people there. Well, listen. Let's be real. Let's just keep it a bone. Let's keep it a bone here. This was pushback against Deion Sanders. A lot of times they try to attack people by proxy. So, the NFL, they might be trying to send a little message. They might be trying to humble him by not drafting him in the first round. They'll get the word out like, hey, hold off on all you teams, hold off on picking him. Oh, we got to send him a little lesson. So this might be a little pushback against Deion Sanders' boldness. Um, the establishment, they might view Shedeur as an extension of that Sanders brand, and they might be trying to humble the family by not validating them too quickly. Also, this could be resistance to the whole player empowerment era because Shedeur, he represents a new generation of the college athletes who control their own image, their brand, and the whole narrative. So the NFL, they had a history of pushing back against the black players who assert too much independence before quote unquote earning it. And Another thing, the NFL, they resent a lot of the pre-draft spotlight because Shedeur, he's been in the spotlight. They've been dominating the media cycles, outside of the traditional football establishment. So, when a player has a lot of attention like this, without quote unquote proving himself on the NFL field, they feel a certain way about it. And they might be trying to humble him. They might be trying to humble him because they don't like um black players out here with too much control over their career path, you see. And let's be real, the whole narrative of he didn't earn this and he's entitled and all of that stuff. Listen, Shedeur Sanders has big media icon potential. He has the charisma, he has that FBA charisma, he has that je ne sais quoi, he has a style, he has that swag. And he's already getting a lot of this publicity without even being in the NFL yet. So if once he gets in the NFL, that's going to go to a whole different level. So black players with that potential to be major media icons, the NFL, they want to humble him early so he can't leverage that. Because see that independent branding that Shedeur already has. He already has a personal brand. He has camera presence. He has a strong media following already. So this guy gets in the league, he's going to become a superstar. So he's going to be out here selling products, controlling narratives. They're going to have the Shedeur shoes. They probably Nike and all these people already lining up to get shoe deals. So this guy, he's ready. And they know that. They know he's going to take off. So, they kind of want to contain that to a certain degree because he won't be owned by the league. See, the NFL, they want the players to conform and kind of follow a script and promote the league, not themselves. So a media icon like Shedeur, he can flip that dynamic and use the NFL as a platform rather than him being defined by it. And the league, they don't want people to have that much um charisma and power and media strength because see a charismatic, well-spoken, confident black athlete with a massive platform, they could sway public opinions on league controversies like racism, labor rights, ownership, hypocrisy, in ways that'll make the corporate sponsors nervous. So they don't like them FBA superstars coming in because they know that's hard to contain. You dig? Because the FBA superstars, they'll start leveraging shit within the league. And then they'll be harder to discipline without backlash. Because if Shedeur gets in the league and he becomes this big media force, like disciplining him or fining him, that'll spark all types of public backlash. And the league, they lose control when a player has enough public clout to push back. You see, and also how Shedeur is coming in, he's coming in strong. He's not coming in starving. And that can empower other players if he becomes successful while bypassing a lot of these traditional gatekeepers. Other players might follow suit. They'll start building their own brands. They'll start managing their own images, and they'll start negotiating contracts differently. You see, so they don't like that. Yeah, Shedeur, he's too polished. See, that's the thing they don't really like. He's too polished. And and he already has a large following. So if the league starts doing some funny stuff, he can speak out against the league without needing an ESPN or the NFL network's approval. So, you know, the NFL is about protecting the shield. They need to protect the corporate interests. And a player that's damn near bigger than the game, that's an issue. They don't want to make another Jordan like that. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, yeah, that off-field revenue, that'll be bigger than the NFL contracts. You know, that challenges the league's power to kind of dictate behavior with fines and suspensions or benchings, he'll be financially independent. That's dangerous. Uh, so yeah, they don't want another Muhammad Ali. They saw what Muhammad Ali did. Muhammad Ali changed the game. See, the league, they prefer controllable stars. Have y'all noticed the NFL? They've been out here trying to recruit Africans. No, no, I'm not going to beat up on the Africans, but they've been over there. They've been over there to Ghana and all of that stuff. Y'all notice that? Where my big sports fans here? How long have they been doing that? I know they've been over there trying to get players in Ghana and all that stuff. See, you know why they want to do that? Because they want to get folks who are just going to conform, people who ain't really that media savvy, um, people who ain't going to question nothing. They know some of them cats going to get over here. They're going to be so thankful. You see, they're not going to rock the boat at all. So they can mold them like a Shedeur. You can't mold him. This guy comes from NFL greatness, his family. And he's media literate, culturally fluent. So yeah, they have a problem with that. Yeah, so that's why they want to go get the Emmanuel Ochos. They want to get those guys. And what does Emmanuel Ocho do? Get on TV and buck dance. That's what he does. That they want a bunch of Emmanuel Ochos, whatever his damn name is. And that tether has me blocked because I've been on his bumper for his samboing for years. What's up, nigga? The God, I see you, dear. But the thing is, a lot of this stuff about Shedeur being entitled and arrogant and all that stuff. Listen, Shedeur, understand where the disdain is coming from. Shedeur represents an unapproved black narrative. See, white America, they prefer black success stories that starts from a struggle. You know what? Let's just keep it a bean. You know what they like? White folks like some player coming from a single parent home, poverty, dysfunction, so they can look at themselves as being the savior of this black person. You know what I'm saying? And Shedeur, his story, he doesn't need saving. He comes from black excellence. It's a story of black excellence without validation, and that's threatening. Shedeur has a strong black present father, involved and successful, so that disrupts the trope of the black absentee dad that's always used in the media and in statistics. You see, and I've been telling folks for years, many people in the dominant society, they are so uncomfortable with the image of generational wealth, protection, and leadership in a black family. They do not like generational wealth. Whenever we start passing wealth down and giving the game down to the next generation, boy, they get on code to sabotage that. That's why many black entertainers and athletes, they go out of their way to sabotage their career once everything is slowed down, once they accumulated money. They come up with ways to sabotage that career so it doesn't get passed. The wealth don't get passed down. They get them hemmed up in a bunch of lawsuits and a whole bunch of BS. And thankfully, our good brother Deion Sanders was able to play past that. He understood the game and played past that. And the thing is, our brother Shedeur, he exudes confidence, and he's a humble kid. He's not an arrogant guy. He's a very articulate kid. Um, he keeps his head up. He has polished speech, calm demeanor, believes in himself. So any confidence as a black person, oh God, he's so goddamn arrogant. Oh God, I've heard people call that boy a thug. Look, oh that thug. I'm glad that thug didn't get drafted. Thug where? That boy don't use profanity. His dad don't use profanity. No, Dion don't be, Dion be using church cuss words. Y'all want me to be out here with y'all doing all this bull junk? Y'all out here doing all this bull junk? We trying to get things going, and y'all out here with all this old bull junk and this bull jive. Yeah, so they don't even use profanity. Shedeur, when he's doing interviews, this boy's talking like a Bible study student for real. He's like, so Shedeur, how do you feel about possibly playing for the NFL? Well, if it's the Lord's will, I'm just here, to do the bidding of Christ. I mean, he's talking, like a Christian. Where's the thug coming from? You see? There's no thuggishness at all. This dude comes from a well-rounded family, well-rounded environment, well-rounded foundational Black American background. And the thing is, he's just not playing the humble Negro role. That's the problem they have. See, they love athletes to come in the league grateful to get saved from the ghetto. Let's just be real. They love that. They love a good trauma story from Negroes. They love to hear about some dude who grew up in a group home, abuse, his mama was on crack, and don't let a white family take him in. Oh, they're gonna do a movie about that, like The Blind Side. Don't let a white family have taken him in somewhere. Don't let a white person have given them something. Oh, they're gonna do a movie of the week on the white person and get Sandra Bullock to play them. Oh God, that they just get they get all wet and bothered over that. Oh, they love a Negro who needs a white savior. Yeah. They love the black athlete. I'm just so grateful to be drafted. First thing I'm gonna do with my check, I is gonna get my mama a house and get my mama out the projects. They love that. They love a mushmouth Negro who's gonna get his mama out the projects, and the coach and all the white people are like, white daddy. Thank you, white daddy. I thank you. Thank you to the NFL. Thank you for helping me for me. I ain't gonna be poor no more. I was never gonna be poor again. And I got to thank the NFL and the league. They love that. So Shedeur ain't going in there like that. He's good. His family's papered up. He ain't in there mush mouth. He ain't trying to get nobody out the projects. He's going in there clean, going in there with a great image, going in there polished. They don't like that. They don't like that family brand. His family brand is a Black legacy. Yeah, they represent a self-contained Black dynasty in sports and business. So they're not begging for approval or any opportunity. That level of independence and structure that makes the dominant society uncomfortable, especially when it's achieved without corporate or institutional hand-holding. You see? And Shador, I mean, he's himself. He doesn't do all that code switching for white comfort. He wears he rocks his jewelry. He's a cool kid. Cool kid. He's not softening his image. He's just being himself. He's not trying to appease the dominant gaze. And he's just himself. So he represents a new generation of Black athlete. That whole shut up and dribble stuff, no, because that's what they like. They like to tell us to shut up and dribble. So he represents a new Black athlete, intelligent, articulate, media savvy, business minded, shaping his own brand, and he's not falling to that trauma porn nonsense. Yeah, because see that disproves the whole myth that Black people can only succeed through adversity and not from generational love and stability. You see, that's the image they don't want to have, that we can cultivate success with our offspring. We can dictate it, we can plan it. See, that shows Black family stability, and they don't like to show that. Where's white daddy? There has to be a white person somewhere to guide them along. You see? So that's the issue. So I hope our brother gets on a good team. And I hope that he's an inspiration to other um, athletes out there. And I hope Black families do more and look at the Sanders template, do more to cultivate talent and make sure these kids go into the league good. They're not going in there struggling and starving and taking whatever little janky deal. They're going in there with their head straight so they can make the best business deals. Okay, we got Teddy the Tether. He's been trying to get up here. Teddy the Tether, what's going on, man? I see you making little emoji gesticulations. What's going on, man? Teddy the Tether. Teddy the Tether, unmute your microphone, sir.
Tariq, I'm just trying to tell you, I'm your Paul. I'm just trying to tell you.
Oh, were you that?
Teddy was.
No, you were the guy who called the other day.
It's me, Bruce.
Oh, that's
I'm your
funny.
Paul.
That is hilarious. Lord, Lord, Lord. You're pretending to be a white supremacist. What's going on, Teddy the Tether?
Um, you really inspire me. Even though we're arch nemesis, I'm Joker, you're Batman. Um,
Well, I'm Batman and you're Fat Man because you're a big old jolly tether. So that's what you are.
I'm Fat Man and you're Black Man. It's
Yes, I
okay.
am.
It's
All
okay.
day. Foundational black man. I love it. Yes, indeed. All right, Ted, I'll have you call up later because I don't want to just shift topics here. Let's get True You. True You.
Yo, can you hear me, brother?
I can hear you. True, how are you?
I'm blessed, brother. I'm blessed. I appreciate you, man. I just wanted to say real quick. Everybody was expecting the Steelers to take him. Like I thought
Yeah.
that New Orleans was going to take him. But again, like I've talked to you before, man. I'm from Pittsburgh. Like I said, man, I really do think even the fact that we talking about it right now, wherever he goes, is going to be a lot of media presence there, and that's something that Pittsburgh just don't like that black presence, man. Because we had Russell Wilson there with Sierra, then Glorilla been coming up there and stuff, and then the draft is there next year. So I do think this was a way to kind of like stifle them to not go in the first round. Like, yeah, don't get your hopes up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like mark all that down. You know what I'm saying?
They,
So,
they're trying to humble him. Yeah, he should have been. They
yeah.
know he should have been. He's the hottest thing in the game right now. So they're just trying to humble him. So
Right.
who you think he going? If they're saying that he will probably get hit on the second rounds. Who you think might get him?
I don't know, man. It's up in the air because I'm a Steelers fan, so we not getting them. So I'm like, man, whoever get them, I just hope it's gonna be, in one of them cities like you said where he aspire. This could potentially be like another LeBron situation that raises a generation of young men that take care of home, take care of their family. Sports might be their angle, but it's the principles behind the image that they portray. And I
Yes.
can't wait. I can't wait for LeBron to retire because just think of all the media and all of the archetypes and all of the art he's going to create. You know what I'm saying? And then with Shedeur being, a legacy, and he got legacies in the league too. It's just going to be, I just feel it. It's that presence and what you doing. So
Yeah.
that's all. Man, I want to land my plane right now. I appreciate you for letting me talk,
My
brother.
brother, I appreciate you, brother. Let's get Ty, then I get Rob. Ty, what's up, Ty?
Hey, what's going on, Flex?
I'm good, man. How are
Hey,
you? Go ahead.
yeah, they went into they pushed him into the second round so they could get him cheaper.
Uh,
See, like every round that you go, your value drops. So if you go in the third round, fourth round, fifth round, it goes to 7 rounds. So they pushed him down to the second round so that somebody can get him on the cheap, like they did Jalen Hurts out of Alabama and Oklahoma.
okay.
They got him. They got him. They're going to go get him cheap. So they're humbling him now to the second round. Now Travis Hunter, his partner, he went to Jacksonville. He was up there, buck dancing and sambo shuffling,
Oh,
doing all that for Jacksonville.
oh.
Yeah, but his career, yeah, Jacksonville stinks.
Wow.
So I mean, yeah, he's just going to a sinking ship.
Oh, damn.
But I'll land my plane.
My man, thank you so much. Yeah, again, yeah, that's that. They humble. They're trying to humble that brother. They're trying to humble him. Rob, what's up, Rob?
Hi, Tariq. This is Bussy Bellis to the bottom.
Okay, Rob, is that's your real forehead in the picture, Rob?
No, this is Bellis, the aka formerly known as T.S. Giselle.
Okay, Bushmeat Barrister. You sound different, Bushmeat Barrister.
I know I'm changing my voice, but you black men, the reason he wasn't selected, you don't have discipline. You don't have fathers. That's why he wasn't selected.
That
You
sounds just
black
like
men,
Bushmeat. Yeah.
You're arrogant. You're not humble like us in Nigeria.
So yeah, what do we have to do to be more like you guys, Bushmeat Jr.?
You need to be more thankful. You need to be more humble. And then he would have gotten in the first round.
There you go. All right, Rob. Thank you so much. Let's get Mo Bull in the building. Mo Bull. Mo Bull in the building.
Hey, mic check. Can you hear me?
Mike check. We got you, brother. How are you?
Hey, not much, big bro. Not much, man. I was yeah, just checking out a few things, man. Checking out the draft boards and portfolio and everything. And yo, man, that was a weird night, man. Like some others said, went double down on the Pittsburgh dude. I definitely thought he was gonna go with Pittsburgh because they got guys to catch the football, but they don't got no one to throw it to. Like,
Right.
so yeah, so I mean, I've just been seeing a lot of weird chatter about Shedeur, and I'm like, you know what? All this arrogance is like because I'm just looking at the Manning family because one of the younger dudes is the Manning's coming up. One the nephew of the Manning brothers coming up
Mm.
out of college sometime next year, and you ain't gonna hear none of that about. Of course, you're a quarterback. You're a leader of men. Of course, you're going to have a little bit of swagger, but you're going to have the arrogance too if he lives up to it. But
Oh yeah.
you ain't going to see him get penalized for it next year when he gets in the NFL draft.
Right. Right. So it's yeah, it's political. It's they're playing a little office politics, so that's to be expected. Let's get Marcus in the building.
What's up, Tariq, man?
How you doing, family? You good?
Yes, sir. I'm pretty good all the way here from Houston.
Yeah.
Two things about the draft. First off, um, they wanted the good thing for Shedeur is he fell to the second round. The good thing is versus having like that rookie contract is gonna be 4 years versus 5 had he gone first round.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And the second thing, all of a sudden they started that hate campaign on Shedeur because it was alleged that whichever team Shedeur went to, eventually Dion would have came to coach.
Ah.
Yeah, after about 2 years with the Colorado, had they not start continue to do well,
Yeah.
Dion probably would have proceeded to go take that head coach's job. So that's why they whichever team they didn't want Shedeur to come to because Dion probably would have eventually took that head coach's job.
Oh wow. Wow. So yeah, it's
All right.
it's deep, man. Thank you for the call. Thank you. Let's get original who? Hassan.
How you doing there, Reek?
What's up, brother? How
Yes,
are
sir.
you?
Yes, sir. I'm well, my boy. And so I was listening to, connecting the pieces of what the people were saying. My brother was talking about how the Sanders family was destined to become a legacy because, wherever the son went, Dion was coming as well. But my question is tied to the legacy of black athletes. And why do you think it's so easy for them to send a non-melanated woman that's usually handsome and not even that good looking to these brothers to kind of even ruin that legacy from melanated athletic dynasties? I had that question for you, and I don't want to get too far off topic, but I just wanted some feedback from you on that.
Right. Well, I've heard that, they have little events and, they just bring the white women on in. So yeah, they do that. They love doing that. They like getting them white women around so that they can kind of finesse the wealth back.
Tonight, root work tonight, root work tonight, root work tonight. I'll be feeling so right. I got that root work tonight. Feeling fresh from the morning light. Root work hit me, I'm set for the night. Look good, smell right. Yeah, I'm that type. I gotta let the world know I got that root work tonight. Root work tonight. Yeah, root work tonight. I'll be feeling